con of owning a cat, it sits on your chest. That sounds like a pro to me. There's a lot of fur. Sometimes your cat doesn't like you and you just gotta accept it. That's okay. Yeah, right? It doesn't sound like, yeah, like if you have a rolling, what do you call it? Like a lint roller? I'm pretty sure you could just take that and, go nuts. I know there's gonna be hair if it's white, but it's not visible, that's what I mean. And I don't have an allergy, so I'm fine. Cats are easy to potty. See, that's a pro. Scratch, they scratch. Can you like train it to not scratch, or is that part of their instinct? Do cats scratch unconditionally? Oh. So they can destroy furniture. But that's also dogs, right? Or birds or any other pet. Yeah, it's a part of their instinct, right? Oh, it's to sharpen their claws, huh? But one of my friends, haven't seen you. He has a cat, a very cute cat, and it doesn't do any of that. Like it's pretty well behaved, I think. I guess it depends on the cat too, huh? Like everyone has a different personality, right? It's really hard to trim their claws, BTW. It's also hard to shower them. Actually, now I'm thinking that's the biggest con. Because you can get permanent damage from that. If they scratch your face or... hold on. It's a hit or miss, yeah. I mean... you have to be ready to accept the miss too, right? Even that could be kind of fun. How long do cats live, though? I'm not getting one right now, but I'm thinking about it because I need to move out soon. Don't wash your cat a lot. It's bad for their skin. They groom. I heard that, but I also heard that some cats are lazy and they don't actually like do the grooming properly. "20 years. The oldest cat was 24? I'm 24. That's a long ass time. 15 to 20. Yeah, and there's also like a cat tongue shaped brush thingy that I think you put like some sort of shampoo on it and it just feels good for them. Well, that's not for that purpose, is it? It's more like for comfort, not for cleaning. Long hair cats can get mats and it's uncomfortable for them. What do you mean by mats? Like, oh, good point. If it's a kitten, you can train it to not scratch. I can't lower the brightness. It's an IMAX screen. Is what I'm dealing with. So I just have to squint. They'll get knots? How long does cat hair doesn't get that long, does it? Like, I've never seen a cat with knots in its hair. Oh, you mean like, what do you call that? White Russian? Okay, that's a cocktail. Cat. Okay, that doesn't exist. Oh no, it does. It's like the white version of the gray one. What's it called? Russian blue. Those are cute as hell. Wow. So they can get long fur. Well, I'm not sure yet, but I wanted Abyssinian blue. They're so cute. And there's like lighter coat versions of them. I don't know if they're rare or not, but those ones are so snow leopard like. Look at this. Taemin's cat is so cute. What's Taemin's cat? What breed does he have? Furless cat. Yeah, I like the hairless ones. They're cute, but I think they get cold quickly or something like that. And I'm gonna be living in Toronto for a bit, so I don't, like, economically, I don't want to deal with that. Scottish fold. I heard that they're bred so that the cartilage in their ear is like weak, and that's why they have folded ears. And apparently that is bad for the rest of their joints too. I don't know if that's a fact, but that's why I don't want a Scottish fold. They're cute, but Persian, yeah. What's Manicon? Ooh, that's a good point. If you get a kitty, will you pay for a specific kind or will you adopt one? Just asking because I think it's better to adopt and stop the genetic experimentation on animals. That's a good point. I'd be down to adopt. I haven't thought about it this deeply, honestly. Because every time I feel like I want one, I just go to my friend's house who has one, and then I don't really want one again for like a week. But I think they're necessary anyway. Wait, sorry. Hi, Apro. Jiwoo Google Javanese cat. Javanese. Did I say it right? Javanese. Oh my god, these are so cute. This is do you know on YouTube there's a cat named Thurston Waffles? Oh no, that's Siberian. Are they different? The Javanese and the Siberian? Oh shit, I need to write this down. I want this one. I wonder if there's any like Siberian cat adoption. I feel like that would be hard to find one in an adoption center, right? Oh, these are sick. Get a koala? No, thank you. I had big mango trees and my neighbor cat literally turned it into a playground. Cool. I don't have a mango tree, so I'm fine. Black cats are so sweet and they have a harder time. Why do black cats have a... Really? Yeah, black cats are so cute. DJ Dinop has a black cat. His name's Kyato. One of my favorite cats ever. Tuxedo cat. With socks. You know how like those black cats with like the white are those fingers or knuckles? I don't know. Maybe get a okay, I already read that one. Yeah, I saw the Bengal one. I heard that they don't live too long though. So I don't know if I want to get myself into that. Van cats. Oh, shit. How is that real? Look at this. You guys have taught me more breeds of cat than I've ever been able to Google. So thank you. Maine Coons are those giant cats? Yeah, they're not in. I'm not really into this. Just because I'm gonna be living in an apartment and this would be torture, I think, for something that big. Jiwoo, when are you gonna drop a new album or song? Think about to talk about something, it lags. Before summer ends. I hope. I'm really behind on these. I had a Sphinx cat, and let me tell you, they never go outside, so they just stay home and don't get cold. That's a good piece of advice. That means I would have to keep the house warm, though. And I don't really like warm, like... I would rather be cool or cold. Okay, I'm just gonna skip down to the bottom now. Fuck, I missed like a whole... Are you thinking of getting more than one? I thought of getting two because this was before COVID. I was thinking of getting two because I know that they can get lonely if they're young and you get them when they're young and then you don't stay at home too often, which is what happens when you're a student, right? But now that it's COVID, and to be honest, it's going to be COVID for a bit. Like, I wonder if it would be fine if I just got one and then stayed with it for a year? Or does that not make sense? Yeah, I'm not getting one with the smushed nose, don't worry. Where did you get your little moss thing? Can we talk about this? I've been into moss recently. Let me get my oh, actually I can't be fucked. But basically I go out and if I see a patch of moss that's growing on like the ground, like soil or something, then I'll take a little patch of it. Like I will just take my hand and then go under and then just take a little tiny patch. Don't take too much because then that might, you know, traumatize the entire patch, I guess. But just take a little piece and it'll be fine. I'm not at home, so I can't show you right now. But anyway, you take little pieces like that, just collect them, put them in like an empty Starbucks cup. That's what I did. And then take them home. Don't put them in direct sunlight, because they don't like that. They'll dry out really quickly. They don't need any of that. Sir, what do you do with it? What do I do with the moss? Like, I just plant it and look at it. That's a question that makes me sound really stupid. But I just make moss gardens, I guess. Anyway, so you take those, and you know how moss is like, moss, I think it is the first terrestrial plant. Like, algae evolved into moss. And then moss was like the bridge between marine life and then terrestrial life. Like, it allowed for gardens, it allowed for lawns, it allowed for everything, because they don't have roots, so they can grow on anything. Like, it's a very robust plant, except for sun, which is kind of funny. But moss doesn't get water from roots, and it doesn't get nutrients from soil because it doesn't have roots. So you're really just dealing with a green cloud that takes nutrition from the air, and then you just have to mist it, and it stays alive for a long time, which is awesome. It's a great hobby to pick up. If you're bored and you're looking for a hobby, I really recommend it. All you gotta do is get yourself a pot. Yeah, you need to water it, but you don't need to how should I say? Like, you don't need soil that's super soaked all the time. Obviously, soaking it helps because it can pick up that moisture, like, eventually, but they're not taking water from roots anyway. So all you have to do is get like a mist thing and just mist it. Does it get dirty? Rangse, by the way, go to Rangse's page and check out his I think it's the first post on your thing right now, right? The most recent one. This dude made a film about Asian hate, and it fucks you up at the end. Definitely recommend watching that. Anyway, that's important. I was talking about moss. Moss is important. So moss, basically, all you have to do is get a pot or a cup or anything you want. If it drains at the bottom, it's better. Not that you're going to be doing any heavy watering, but it's just good in case moisture builds up and needs to go somewhere. So get that. What's next? And then get like thick gravel. You guys know what gravel is, right? So I got in Korean it's called 자갈? 근데 it's called it was a special kind of 자갈. Well, 아무튼. So you get, excuse me, I keep burping. I drank chocolate milk and I'm lactose intolerant, but I'm fine. You get some gravel and get some gravel and then put it in the pot or the cap or the cup. I said cap. Or the cup, and then fill the rest of it with wet soil. You want it to be wet so that it doesn't like fall apart and crumble and shit, and then go between the cracks of the gravel, because that's gonna screw it up visually. It's not a big deal if that does happen to you, but for me, I kept my moss in a glass, what do you call it? It's just a glass pot kind of. So you can see all the layers of it. And I wouldn't want, my gravel layer to be mixed up with the soil layer. It just wouldn't look good. So that's what I did. And then you can also put like a coffee filter right after that. A new Wi-Fi router for him. Bro, I don't know what to tell you. I'm in the Wavy studio right now and it's fine. Yeah, like a terrarium, but I don't keep anything in there except for moss and rocks and some pieces of wood. Does the moss consume stale air or act as an air purifier? I don't know if because they don't make flowers. Like they propagate by spores. So if you're allergic to pollen, you don't have to worry about anything like that with moss. Get a frog. Put a frog in the garden. Yeah, it is. Who's why are you saying this? That's one of my director friends from New York and from high school. Do you have spring allergies? I do. Allergies suck. Let me go back. Good for her, I guess. I wouldn't recommend it. Does moss get sick? It does. Moss can get sick. My friend recently was just telling me like she kept an LED over the moss and it basically turned yellow. That can happen. They don't like direct sunlight, but I don't think LED is good for it either. Um, I need a nose tour. I don't know what that means. Um, Lego figures and make it a mini world. I put shit. Where's the great? I don't. Why? Like, well, maybe that's a slang I'm missing out. Or you can raise a big spider. I might not. You have natural moss in your garden. Yeah, I mean, unless it's fake, all moss is natural, right? So that it was called it's called 서리이끼? 서리이끼. It kind of looks like star moss, but it's not. But it's really cool. And I couldn't get this. Do you ever think that people realize a part of their moss is just missing? Well, like I'm not taking it if someone planted it. I'm taking it from, public parks or wherever where it'll grow back quickly enough. Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of different types of moss. I can't even like begin to describe how many types of moss. But there's two big like groups of moss that you can have. You can have carpet moss or you can have blanket moss. And then carpet moss is they grow very thinly. Sorry. in like bunches. And then, did I say the other one's called blanket moss? I think I did. Blanket moss is the other kind, which is like, I think it's more like tufts, where you could separate it easily. Okay, I see. The Wi-Fi does suck. Sorry. Almost gaslighted all of you for a second. Okay, I just turned off the Wi-Fi. It might be better. But yeah, you do have to water it, but you can just take like a mist bottle and just mist it until it's not dry anymore. You have to touch it every day and see if it's dry or not. By the way, if you make one of these and you put enough like soil in it, the cool part about making one of these moss gardens is it smells like rain every time you do a little spray down. I'll do a live with my actual moss garden next time. I'm at the studio right now, so I can't. I need to take this home. So, and I had a Starbucks cup at the time because I just finished drinking an iced coffee. And then I just put my hand under it because I thought there would be roots. And then I learned later that there's no, wow, these, damn, I need eye cream, bro. But anyway, so like, I just went and I took them and I brought it home. And then, do the mosses hybridize? I don't know. I haven't seen it do like, what do you call it when the spores come out? I haven't seen any sporophytes anyway. 지우님 앨범 계획 있으신가요? 네, 당연히 있습니다. 열심히 준비 중입니다. Do you just see it and put it in your pocket? Not with moss because there's dirt on it and I don't want bugs in my pockets. I don't want bugs, period. But if I find a cool rock that might look nice in there, then I might pocket that. But for legal reasons, I don't. I just appreciate them as they are in nature. And the rocks that I have, I bought all of them from registered rock dealers. I don't have an outdoor garden, but I have two small, like, you could call it a terrarium, but it's more like a little pot full of various types of moss and things that I found outside that I think look cool. Imagine seeing a random guy stealing moss. Here's the thing, you don't see it because I do it when no one's watching. Can I see it? Yeah, these are my rings. This used to be broken so that if I high five someone hard enough, the stone would pop out, but we dealt with it. We got that fixed. Yeah, see, if you keep... So someone said, I do have moss and I keep it in a closed container and it's just there surviving forever. Yeah, that's what they do in nature too. They can be on a rock, they could be on a tree, they could be on soil, they can be like anywhere and they'll survive. Here's the other thing. If you step on a rock and it's slippery and you think it's because of the moss and you're like, hey, fuck moss, just know it's not actually moss that's slippery. It's probably the lichen that's growing with it. That shit is slippery. Jiwoo, are you fine with people editing you? What do you mean, like editing me? Like editing my face? Yo, can you bless me with some fresh Korean moss and a wavy hoodie? I don't know if the moss is legal, but I got you with the hoodie. Yeah, I think I told you I'd get you one last year. I'm sorry, man. COVID fucks. Do you watch Biotope Gallery on YouTube? No. Is that a channel? I'm down to watch, as long as they don't talk. It's really nice to just like turn this on and sleep to it. Wow. Yeah, they don't talk. It's just a 17-hour stream. With really loud piano music. Yeah, I see myself getting into this channel. Thank you. How do you zoom? Oh, fuck. I did the thing where you zoom in too much on a Mac. How do you unzoom it? Do you triple tap the mouse twice? Oh, got it. You double tap, by the way. Normalize stealing moss. That's funny. Who's my favorite artist at the moment? I think it'll be Prince for a long time. Prince right now. My necklace? It's got the Blessed Mary on it. It's from my grandma. She gave it to me when I was 3, and I thought green was so girly until I was 20, and so I didn't wear it. Do I know Casper Kang? Yes, I do. My friend Gina from high school, she brought me to his exhibition in like 2015. I think it was one of the first times I actually went to an exhibition and felt like I wanted to own every piece. And we talked, not found out, Gina told me he was from Canada, so we got to know each other a bit. And then, you know, over the years, I always wanted to, you know, collaborate with him in some sort of way. I didn't know what kind of way. Like, at first we were talking about maybe I could DJ at an exhibition, but eventually what happened was I reached out to him for Maison and I said, yo, I don't need an album artwork, but I'm gonna make physical copies and I want a different artwork for them. And I thought your work would be perfect for it. And he was very, you know, gracious enough to say yes, and we went through with it. So yeah, I do know Casper. He's a great guy. And you guys should all check out his page. He has so much, he's popping off right now. If you go to, what's that building called? Dosan something. Park Dosan? I don't know. Gentle Monster, Tambourines, and something else is there right now. But if you go to the tambourine section in the back, there's like this beautiful, enormous like wall installation, and that's Casper's work. I'm gonna scroll all the way down because I'm so far off from you guys. I'm sorry. Collab with Cold when? Hopefully soon, you know. Obviously me being a student and, you know, him being I don't even know, like, it's not enough to call him a boss. Like, this dude is a boss of many things. Like, he puts that work in. So we don't have a ton of free time together, but these days we're trying to make time to put something together, which has been like a dream of mine for years. So it's amazing. Do you like Frank Ocean? A little bit, yeah. It's an understatement. Are you more jiwoo or more hayake? Wow. Right now I'm more myself. I'm more jiwoo, and yeah. I think that's just the stage of life that I'm at right now. Like I'm always making stuff for hayake, but I haven't polished it enough to want to release it. Whereas with jiwoo, I don't have enough time to take my time like I do with hayake work, because every fucking September I go back to Toronto. Yeah, every piece in the album is a there's 3 pieces in there, and they're from a series called 별의 별, I think. I don't want to say it wrong. I don't remember what exactly the pieces were named, but yeah. They're all in there. They divide the album booklet into 3. Hold on, you're a Scorpio? Yes. How tall are you? Tall enough. How did I get into music? My mom, when she was pregnant, she would put on like that Mozart CD thing, and I learned last year in psych that that's bullshit, but who knows? So that's how I got into music. And if not that, then it's the piano lessons. That's what got me into music. Will you ever grow succulents? I'm not sure. I don't think it would look I don't think it would look very good with the moss setup I have right now. But maybe on its own someday. My major? Neuroscience, psychology, and my minor is physiology. How are your exams? My exams ended a while ago, so I'm not thinking about them right now, but I killed them. When are you finishing school? Look at me, like just fucking saying everything. But I have everything I need to graduate. But as you all know, the last 2 years have been, I think disappointing, COVID-wise. And so, yeah. I'm thinking of staying. My mom just texted me. Anyway. I'm thinking of going just like 1 more year, finish up what I, have to finish up. Which is research. Which I'm so excited to do. I have a project right now we're researching a new type of cell involved in schizophrenia. Anyway. When do you sleep? Whenever I can. 지우 지금 한국인가요? 네, 지금 웨이비 사무실이에요. On my ones. What about collabing with Kaki? Very good question. We're always making stuff together, so we'll see where that goes. How do I differentiate hayake and jiwoo? The tone and manner is totally different, but I think I'm trying to do the same thing either way. I'm just a little more freeform with hayake, and I don't really think words are necessary or it's also like when I don't have words to describe what I want to, like Nabi was one of those things. I'm gonna plug myself right now. Yeah, it's my show. Okay. Like this, it meant a lot to me, but I wouldn't have been able to express that with lyrics, Yeah, that's how I think about my two personas. Let me see. How is school going? I'm not in school right now because it's summer. And summer is the only chance I get to make. Not the only chance, but it's like the best chance I get to make music, so that's all I'm doing. When did I start DJing? When I joined Ujubieng. So 2016, 15-ish. Thank you. I like Lilith a lot too. It's one of my favorite pieces. My MBTI, it changes here and there. I've got an ENFJ, INFJ, INFP. I'm like, why is it changing for, Limbo was not inspired by Inception. I had a dream and then I wrote about it.